is, you know, going back to the one-way streets thing, that was 2 left turns in a row where there were cars parked on the right-hand side because it's a one-way street. And so the car was forced to take the turn tight and stay on the left, as is correct, but it struggled. Okay, we're sneaking across the railroad tracks. In instances where there isn't a car parked there, the car swings out wide because it thinks it's on a one-way street, and then comes upon a parked car eventually, and sometimes just stops. And oh, this time it did not follow the line again. In that spot, it wants to turn on the left-hand turn signal. Go here. I'm pushing it because there's a car behind me. Find Pope. There are no cars parked there today, so it should have no problem finding the street. That was an excellent left-hand turn. I do think, I don't understand why it's centering on this road. It clearly, oh, that was me by accident. If I put even a little bit of torque on the wheel, it will disengage autopilot. Okay, so let's see how we creep today. I mean, there were no cars coming, but I didn't really like that. I'm not sure if I didn't like it because I felt like it should have gone a little bit slower, or, you know, I just don't know what it can see, so I don't know if I should trust it. Little bit of a push there because of the car coming out. Okay, so is an instance where we have a one-way street where the parking spaces are marked with lines, so the car knows how to behave down this street. On one-way streets without the lines, it tends to try to weave in and out of open spaces because it doesn't know that it's a one-way street. One thing that Beta does, and a lot of people comment on it on Twitter and on YouTube, those rolling stops, they call them the California stops. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It only does that when there are no other cars at the stop. Like here, it is stopping way too far back. Now see, and because I gave it a press on the accelerator, it thought that I was telling it to just go through the stop sign. But anyway, it only does that when there are no other cars around. That is not come to a complete stop. I guess it's technically not proper, but it is how human drivers drive, so I'm not sure how I feel about it. Okay, so we're gonna try Washington Square today. Lots of cars parked here today, so let's see how my car renders them. Yep, it's got that one. The green means lead car, and there's nobody behind me, so I'm letting it figure it out. I don't know why this little road, which shouldn't be a problem, is such a problem. See, I gave it a little push and it doesn't want to go today. Okay, it's figuring it out now, but it didn't stop at the stop sign. Sometimes I think that it thinks that that crosswalk line is the line for the stop sign. I'm not sure. I've reported that one to the team. They're aware of it. Okay, we did a good job going around today. All right, this is where I navigated to. Oh, it hasn't recalculated yet. It doesn't always, Beta doesn't do well sometimes when you recalculate the nav like I do when I'm trying to make my car go around test routes. If the car is in motion and it recalculates and the maneuver that it needs to do is like right there, it doesn't react well to it. So I don't think that that's a problem with the system, the driving anyway. It's just that it's a little detail with the software. You know what? I'm going to make myself go. Let's try Wesley. I'm going to cancel this because I want to go in the other way. We're going to do Wesley, the one that I just added to my test route. This street is funny because, well, first of all, it's got one-way, it's a two-way street, but it has cars parallel parked on the right back there, but then it switches to the left here. Yeah, it can't get that curve yet. I mean, it's not really a curve, it's more like a right. Okay, that's where I navigated to. Now let's do this. So this is the intersection that I tried to do the other day. Doing a great job going around this truck. This is tricky because I have to make a left across the traffic, and then instead of continuing left down Broadway, I'm going to make an immediate right and then take a fork off Broadway. It's like super quick maneuvers. Doing a great job creeping here. I can't go. He's telling me to go, but there's a bus. He's telling me to go too. Okay, well, we will try that again. But you can see what I needed to do there. We'll try that again. I'm going to go around. That's going to be a tricky one. How is an autonomous car going when there's that overlap period between, you know, when there are both human drivers and self-driving cars? How, I guess you're not going to wave the car across if there's no one sitting in the driver's seat? I don't know. It's just, it's stopping way too far back here. It's been doing that with, ever since this latest build. Oh, we've got another car going down Wesley today. That's unusual. Wesley is it thinks there's a stop sign. I'm not sure. Really is confused through here. Let's see if it'll get it. I'm gonna dial the speed way. Oh, well, you know, that was good. It got it. Maybe it just needs a few tries. Let's try. Turn back up this speed limit. So this is interesting. I'm taking it over here because there is an oncoming car. Okay, let's try this again. And hopefully I won't have such nice people letting me out. Okay, I can go here. So this is good because there's no traffic. Let's see if it'll get the quick right. Oh, I got it. Oh, that was good. Okay, well, there was no traffic. So that is obviously a much different condition. And today doing it, there was no sun in the direct into the cameras, but it's encouraging that it got it, even though it was a little hesitant. So my car stopped yielding here and has begun stopping at that yield sign. I've reported it several times. I think it's something with maps, I'm not sure. Giving it a little push here because it's hesitant through the middle of the intersection and there were cars waiting. I'm going to stop this because I am going to try Pelham. Why? Wonder if he's heard of FSD beta testing. Sporadic blinkers have been a thing off and on, sometimes worse than others. This build, it's actually been pretty good. Oh, a note on this build. So if you watch other FSD beta testers, they might have explained also. Tesla sent us an update last night, and it was basically an update to get us on the same page as they were internally on the numbering. We beta testers started with whatever it was. I think it was build 5 or something like that. There's another Model Y. Wow. Oh, that was a really good turn on to Thames Street. It hasn't always been good at that. And as we got updates, we just, the beta testers, we just said, okay, that was build 5, we got an update, now we're on build 6, we're on build 7, we're on build 8. Whereas internally, that is not how Tesla was numbering them. So this is basically to get us on the same page. Yeah, it's not going to get that. Okay, that's an instance where there was a car parked there and it couldn't find the entrance. And until it recalculates, it gets very wonky. Okay. Pretty good. Finding South Baptist, again, no car there, so that's most likely why. So anyway, I hope that it doesn't get confusing for people that we were on version 10 and now we're back at version 8. I'm not sure how to make that clear with our YouTube videos, but okay, we're gonna try to. Okay, there are no cars coming, and it crept out, but it kind of crept out into the intersection. I'm going to report that. I am encouraged, though, that was twice that it crept out and I didn't have to disengage, even though neither time was perfect. Elon tweeted yesterday about the neural net coming online and being able to handle 360 surround camera sight or something to that effect. And I'm wondering if that is what is going to be needed to get the car really good at creeping around these blind corners. Again, stopping a little too far back from the car in front. That's again something that it started doing with this build. They tell us that the accelerator press is also a form of feedback, so I'm hoping that me scooting forward is telling them where I want, or I think that the car should be. A push there. It should not be that hesitant. Oh, I missed Pelham. Darn it. Oh, it's gonna get messed up now. Jerky through here. doesn't like it through here with no lane markings. Like, it doesn't know where to center, I think. Right, I'm going to dial this down manually because the car does not recognize cobblestone roads. It a little push here because there's a car and I didn't want to be a jerk. COVID walk through test site, no appointment necessary. That is new. I'm going to push it. Me to go in that alley. Ooh, I wouldn't have done that. Okay, here we are looking for Pope again. We have cars parked here today, but not at the spot closest to the entrance of the street. Good. It wants to center on this street because there are no markings. One thing is for sure, it is going to have to, it had tucked in the mirrors there. See, as soon as it got next to that car, it starts to try to center again. Anyway, hopefully we'll get some, again, no cars coming, so that was pretty good. We'll get some standardized markings for streets with our new transportation secretary. I think that he mentioned something about that. I'm going to go down Pelham and try that funny maneuver that sort of requires almost a U-turn. that is not actually a U-turn. Dial it down here. Speed limit is 25, and that's what the car is doing, but I would go slower. Okay, so we got to creep. This is a good place for me to try creeping because there's a building on this corner that is windows on both sides, so I can see through it. Yeah, my car is still showing the incorrect projected path. I almost want to see, well, I know what it'll do. It'll freak out if it goes the wrong way. I should put the destination down at the end of this street and see what happens. I don't know if I'll do it in time. Oh, did it do it? No, didn't do it in time. Wow, now my blinkers are going cray cray and my lights are on. I think that the autopilot actually might have crashed there because it told me cruise control unavailable right when I had engaged. Down again because of the cobblestones. Very slowly through this intersection. It's getting confused. I'm pushing it. I don't know why it's getting so hesitant in easy places. There it is. Here it is not doing a good job of just simply going around that truck. Well, maybe I'll report that. It should just kind of divert around it, which it knows how to do. It's done it a million times, but instead that was the second time that it just got over when it really needed to just stay in this lane because it looks weird to oncoming or the cars behind me. Very hesitant. I'm going to take over because there's a car behind me. say no because there's a car here. Yep. Just not getting it when there's a car parked there. Wait for it to recalculate. It's okay on Pope most of the time. Finding it, that is. Doing a really good job there. Wow. I mean, that was exactly how I would have done it. I would have probably committed to the maneuver, you know, a fraction of a second sooner, but that was really good creeping. Today has just been awesome with the creep. I want to try to make it go to that area on the map. I need to pull over. Oh, good, I'm getting a stoplight. Having a hard time because it says unknown location. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Left there onto Pelham. A little overcautious there with the pedestrian, maybe. This is where I can see through the building. We're good. To slow down. Okay, so today, instead of attempting this street, which is sort of forcing it to take a U-turn, and the projected path was always this way, couldn't handle it. Now I have it going sort of more straight across, and the projected path is correct. So I think it just can't do that pseudo U-turn maneuver yet. Oh, it did a good job waiting for this car. All right, still thinks there's cross traffic. I think it thinks that those cars are cross traffic. I basically pushed it through that entire intersection. So discerning what is cross traffic and what isn't is an issue at that intersection. I will add this destination to my test route. Here we're going to run into, it looks like we're going to run into the maps issue that I have reported. I'm going to report it again today. This lane that I'm in right now turns into a turn-only lane. It turns into a left turn-only lane. I am making a left turn, but not until after. So what my car has been doing has been staying in this lane and then just kind of blowing through the intersection sometimes when it has the green arrow up here. See, it turned into a turn-only lane, but it's not recognized by the navigation or by the maps. So I don't understand why that one is so difficult. I mean, I guess it's a maps issue because it's clearly marked. That was pretty decent commitment to the maneuver. Not always good at committing on a turn. Keep slowing down in this one spot. I don't know if he's watching what that guy's doing. I mean, he's on the sidewalk, so it shouldn't be that cautious. Okay, that's it for today. Let's go upload.